And my take today, I title it, Take Charge, Wear a Mask. Watch this.
Every person needs to look at your own risk. You need to be aware of what is the local transmission. You need to know what the transmission in my area is. We do this every day in our lives as human beings. We manage risk. We decide when we cross the road. We decide when we fly. We decide when we have an operation or not have an operation. What we need is the information to make those risk-based decisions. We need to gain the knowledge to be able to make good decisions. We decide on our proximity to other individuals. We decide on the intensity of our social engagement. We decide how long we spend in that environment. We can be advised by government. We can be advised by science. But in the end, this comes down to personal motivation and personal choice. But in the end, it comes down to individuals and it comes down to communities. If it doesn't feel safe, it isn't safe for you.
That's the World Health Organization. And I say, stop pointing accusing fingers at the president and government and take charge of your life. Observe the protocols set out in law by the president, including wearing a mask. Stop asking, why is my child in school and why have the schools opened? Because the law says the schools may open. May is not mandatory, it's not compulsory. Of course, subject to the observation of the protocols set out in the law. The law says your child or your ward may return to school. May is not mandatory. It's not compulsion. It is permissive. So you have the option to exercise in the circumstances. And to your many invitations on the Auditor General's matter, I say this briefly. Fellow Ghanaians, on the occasion of African Anti-Corruption Day today, I feel a very special pride as a citizen of this great country to congratulate the 500 member CSOs and Occupy Ghana for standing up against the corruption sought to be perpetrated against our constitution and our laws. Rising up to the defense of Daniel Yao Domilovo is a major demonstration of the duty to defend the constitution and live out Article 41 of that constitution. The statements issued by the CSOs represents the purest points of the constitution and laws, exposing the poverty of appreciation of those defending the indefensible assault on the constitution, laws of Ghana, and standard practice in democracies. I invite you to ignore the obfuscation of the issues and the ruse in heightening some conduct of the Auditor General instead of a focus on the real issues that, one, we have not written or imagined granted our president's power to exercise disciplinary control over that class of officers of independent constitutional bodies and justices of the Superior Court who, by Article 146, are not subject to removal from office by our presidents. And lastly, that the terms of leave applied to the Auditor General is a sham, and even if those of the public service apply to him, the services policy, which is compliant with law, directs that unspent leave is forfeited. It prohibits accrual of leave generally and makes exception for agreement and approval of accrual of only 2 leave periods. Let's stand with the Constitution. Let's stand with the laws of Ghana. Let's stand with the civil society organizations. Let's stand with good governance. Let's stand against corruption. Bring back Domilevo. That's my take.